few months ago, myself, Lindsay, and a mutual friend of ours went to go see the Harry Potter movie. And the trailer attached to that was the Where the Wild Things Are trailer. And I can't speak for Phyllis. I know Lindsay had seen it. I had not seen it. And there was this mutual feeling between Lindsay and myself, and, well, actually, all three of us. We were all three kind of feeling a little choked up. And we're kind of children of the 70s and 80s. And just seeing this trailer for Where the Wild Things Are was a little emotional for the three of us. It was, in a way, I've been thinking about this and I'm trying to figure out what it was. And it was like having a reunion with a long-lost loved one. The book had a very special place for well, at least the children of the generations that have come out since, the ones who have been exposed to the book. There's so much about the book, and so it's such a simple 10-sentence story. It's not very long, but it really gravitates to what it is to be a child and to get the feeling that maybe you're just not alone in your emotions, and it's just, I don't know, it really kind of affects you on an emotional level. Sometimes, even to this day, I can't really think about what exactly does the book say to me personally. It really does kind of hit me on some kind of feelings that I still haven't really worked out. Fuck it. It's a cool book. It has monsters in it. It's one of the first exposures kids have to monsters, and you just love the book, and you forget about the book for a while, and then you maybe see it again and get that little rush that you had. I don't have my copy anymore. I carried it around all the time and just destroyed it just by running around with the damn thing. It just came apart. And the new movie by Spike Jonze just got released this past week, and I can't believe how good it is. It's a mainstream studio film. It's supposed to be one of the most important blockbusters of the year, and it doesn't condescend to kids. It asks for just a little time for some introspective moments with the characters, and yeah, it's amazing. I mean, in comparison, the trailers before Where the Wild Things Are a bunch of loud, fucking stupid kids films that are just painful to watch. Like the Spy Babysitter movie, whatever the fuck that was, with very Hollywood kids doing Hollywood actions and saying Hollywood things that have no real basis in reality, and what's another one? That Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey. You know, it looks well produced, I grant you that. It's probably going to be fairly well made, but it looks also loud and dumb, and I would really like Hollywood to just take a year off from making a new version of Christmas Carol. We can still show the 80,000 ones we've made over the last 2 years. Just, you know, take a year off, just a year break. It's so amazing to me how bad this film could have been. Just, you watch the trailers coming into it. It could have been 90 minutes of fart jokes from DreamWorks, and they could have added a villain and blah blah blah, and I just see so many dumb things they could have done with it. And I can't believe, maybe this has something to do with the fact that Sindak was produced on the film, and you know, they couldn't really do it without him, and he got along so well with Spike Jonze, the director. And Spike Jonze made a very mature film about being immature, and there's a lot of moments to me that really stuck out and reminded me a lot of my childhood, and these are simple moments that I've never really seen in films, and the characters act like, the human characters act very human, and the monsters, the wild things themselves, they're an interesting mix of big adult like characters and kids themselves, and the lead Wild Thing, Carol, who instantly creates a bond with Max, played by first-time actor Max Records, who does not act like a Hollywood kid, and he's not given Hollywood lines to say. He says he acts and talks like a kid, and the bond between them is instantaneous, and it gives Max some perspective about what it's like to be a kid and what's like to be around a kid, because he in a way is mirroring him and his emotions and his actions. And the rest of the cast is just outstanding. Laura Ambrose is KW, Catherine O'Hara is fucking brilliant in anything. Forrest Whitaker, Chris Cooper, I can't remember some of the other ones. The monsters are great, and I think this is the first time the Wild Things have been named, if I'm not mistaken. And their personalities just are brilliant and really captivating. And the creatures have been done by the Henson Company, and just some brilliant work. The way they move and interact with Max, and the way they look in the real landscape here is just beautiful, and it's so touching. And they don't really change the story at all. They stretch it out, and they don't stretch it too far. This isn't a 2-hour, 90-minute film that we have to just sit here and just wait to be over. It knows when to end. It knows when to just sit and let moments happen, and it knows when to have the action happen. And it doesn't, try and shoehorn extra shit that doesn't need to be there. And I think it's a brilliant little film, and I loved it. It's one of my favorites of the year, and 5 round chips. Push button, Lindsay.